Hello and welcome to this short course called The Art of Booking Meetings. I generally believe that sales and booking meetings is an art form. My name is Daniel and I'll be the one taking you through this course today. And without any further ado, guys, I'll jump straight into it. Some important key aspects to take note of, guys. It's okay to book meetings in advance. And rhythm and endurance, rhythm in particular, is also very, very key for results. Duration of the call, we will get back into that. That's a footnote to take note of. Also, your body language and voice of tone. The more you say, the greater the chance of a no. And remember, guys, the objective of the call is to sell the meeting. And this is where so many people fail, because they try to sell the product over the phone. Unless it's phone sales that you're doing, that's a completely different ballgame, because then you're really trying to sell a product over the phone, which is very difficult. But for us, in this particular short course, we're focusing on the objective, which is to sell the meeting. Going into the introductory part, building on what we just talked about here, guys. Before you start a booking session, what do? Do you have some sort of checklist? Are you prepared? How do you prepare? So before the call, make sure that your phone is fully charged. Make sure your headset is fully charged. And make sure you have the list of clients that is needed to actually go through with your session. And you may have sessions that lasts for 90 minutes or 60 minutes, maybe even 120 minutes. My recommendation is to do a 45-minute session or a 50-minute session and have a 10-minute break. And then you continue again with another session of the same duration. When it comes to the list of clients, it's important that you have a number of clients. So I would say a minimum 90 clients for one session, and preferably even more for the day, depending on how many sessions you do in a day. Make sure that list contains the contact number, the name, and the contact number, so that you need to know who you're speaking to or referring to over the phone. Then make sure that you know when you can book the meeting in your calendar. So preferably your calendar is empty when you start out. If not, then you need to have a clear understanding of when you can book and when you cannot book. And that does play a role in your rhythm and in your efficiency when it comes to booking meetings. So during the call, again, as mentioned, it's okay to book meetings in advance. So today we are at the 24th of March. If I made a call right now, it will be okay for me to book a meeting in May. No problem. So don't be afraid of that. Sometimes a client may be very busy over the next months. So then you may book a meeting, or you may say that you will call back in May, depending on the client over the phone. Rhythm and stamina, focus on the calling of prospective clients. Don't do emails here and other tasks there. Focus on what you're supposed to do. Rhythm is key for results. And rhythm is also key for consistency in your session. The duration of the call should be between 2 to 3 minutes. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less, really. That's the ideal duration of a phone call when you're booking a meeting. Body language and voice of tone, we talked about it. I don't want you to be sitting like this. Hello, my name is Daniel. I'm calling from XYZ. How are you today? How may I help you? So on and so forth. No. You need to be engaged. You need to be positive. You need to be smiling, right? Because the client can notice your mood. They can sense your mood. So you need to lean forward, be enthusiastic, be positive, smile, and have the right mindset. What you're trying to achieve here is the client to understand that you have something valuable that can only be done in person or spoken about and discussed in person. Make sure that you don't say too much over the phone. The more you say, the greater a chance of a no in fact. So that's important to note here. And the objective of the meeting is to sell the meeting and not to sell the product. Okay, very, very important. You need to understand the objective of the call, which is to sell the meeting and not the product. Okay, so this is the end of the first chapter. We'll now move over to chapter 2 and talk about identifying your target audience.